Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Dr. Diesel. Dr. Diesel is from Ohio in the USA. So let's see what Dr. Diesel has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Right.
So hello, Dr. Diesel. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview today. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's my joy.
So tell me how's your day doing so far?
Just really good, man. Just really just honing in on, you ever have those days where you just, or these weeks I've been really just focusing on becoming better and visioning for the new year coming and, where I want the brand, where I want to be as a person. So right now I'm just studying, listening to other muses around the world and, people I admire and, studying a lot, researching, comprehending and putting in action. So
I see. Amazing.
go ahead.
Great. So yes, I think this time of the year, December now finishing and January coming, I think we have this tendency of, this motivation, like a new year coming along. There's, opportunities. And I think all of us, we go through that nice feeling of, starting a new year. So tell me where you're from, Dr. Diesel.
I'm from a city called Youngstown, Ohio. It's in Northeast Ohio, in between Cleveland, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And that's where you're based right now?
I'm based in near there.
Okay. And so tell me a little bit about your career as an actor. So tell me, walk me through your career.
Which part?
All of them. Just let's briefly talk a little bit about your careers.
Okay. So after 18, I played basketball in college on the collegiate level around here. Played for a few years, and then once that kind of stopped, I had a new gift coming. So, which was a fitness trainer. I started training people around the year 2014, and I was really involved with the fitness and well-being. And then I started pursuing acting. Mm-hmm. And when I got to acting, it emerged from being a model, being an influencer, public speaking, all these different things. But at the core of it, I've always been someone that inspired people. I'm a creator. I'm an inventor. I create products and services to change lives, and all those things that you heard me say. I'm all of those things and more. But I would call myself at the end of the day, I would be called a creator or inventor. I like to create and invent things and change lives.
I see. And what do you like the most of being a creator? What's the most joy of it?
Just creating products and services for people to, to be better, make a better lifestyle, and to share my information, share my inspiration, and share my motivation to people, and give my gifts and service to people. And it's about giving and circulating, and that type of energy. You want to be able to be a service. So just being able to be a service and inspire people is what I would say.
Amazing. And do you still play basketball sometimes?
Oh, I still play. I can play. I mean, I've been training a little bit these last couple of weeks, just get my body back into that frame where I was. I'm 6'4". I don't know if you guys go by feet or height or meters or whatever people go centimeters. I don't know. Everyone uses a different metric here, but just get my frame back to where I'm a basketball player by nature. So I stopped with the weights. Really been training on calisthenics, and I do a lot of yoga and that type of training now.
I see. Amazing. Okay, so through the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your careers, about your point of views as well. Okay?
Go ahead.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Okay, full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question. Let's do it. Dr. Diesel, before we start the game, during the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Go ahead.
Amazing. First question for you is that a dream you always had?
Wow, that's a great question. Wow, that's really a great question. I would say, wow, you really got me on this one. I would say that creating products and services that I've created, that was a dream. I never thought like I said that I could like create a company off of my name or my service or what I could offer people. I always thought it was like back in the day when you were younger, you probably had to deal with this too. You know how people be like, oh, it's hard to do this. It's hard to start a podcast. It's hard to start, trying to get out there and do your thing. And you like almost fall into it. Then you like have that small like voice in there like, no, go do it. Thank God I had that small voice say go do it, because I wouldn't have created all these things that I created that would allow me to meet you right now. So I would say what I'm doing now and, the products and services that we created.
I see. And saying that, did you always have this mindset of being a creator, or it just came like through your life?
I think it evolved, but I definitely had always like when I was younger, I always like loved to look at like inspirational posts, like, quotes. I never like really read the books, but I look at like the inspirational piece from like the book. And I felt like I used to like create like off of that. Like I used to send it to people. Like back in the day, I used to send them like quotes like, hey, this is a good quote. You remember the website, is it brainyquote.com?
Right.
RAINY quote.com. It's a good app for quotes. I used to go on that app right there and like just send people stuff like that. So I seen a little bit of it as I was growing, and playing basketball, you always have to create, like a different move, a different spot, all these different things. So I've always been a creator, yes, because you create each moment of your life.
Amazing. Yeah, I think sports always help us to develop, this way of creating, because when I was younger, I was playing volleyball for so many years, and I remember like playing as a team, organize yourself, get this, motivation. I think sports bring us that for sure.
It does, and it teaches you like imagination, imagery, visualization, visioning, those different things that affirming, being positive, being, you can feel the energy in a game. So those things help.
Absolutely. Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, which movie had a big influence on you?
I would say it was two shows. I would say, you ever watch Empire?
No, but I'm familiar with the one. Yeah, I know which one is.
Empire and Chicago PD. Empire, because that's where I got a chance to see it like up front, you know what I mean? Up like seeing those people that, you watch on TV or you see them on film and all that. I saw it in front of me, and that motivation, like, okay, I can do this. And I'll tell you a quick story. When I was on set, they called me like 3 times. The first 2 times I didn't go, like I was a background player, a background artist. And the first 2 times I didn't go. And then the third time they reached out to me, it was like, can you come? You'll work 3 days. So my youth pastor lives out in Chicago. They filmed it in Chicago, Illinois. And I live in Youngstown, which is about a 6-hour drive. I told him, I was like, all right, I'll be there. So I get on the road, I call, I go up there, I'm on set, and I'm staying at my youth pastor's house from back in the day. He's moved on and did other jobs since my church, you know what I mean? So thank God he was there during that season. But when we get there, the director and the casting people were like, hey, can you stay for a few more months? We want you to be, one of the, main guys for the security team or for our bodyguard team for Lucius. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm there, no question. And I did that. And that job led to me doing my first stunt job. I'm a stunt actor as well. And shout out to Eddie Fernandez. That was the first guy that gave me a chance. And he probably saw something like, I was hounding him every day because I met some people on a different set that told me this guy he's a famous actor too. He was like, hey, Ben, do stunts. Use your body, use the athletic body you have to do stunts. So that job of Empire led me to Chicago PD after that. And I was one of the main guys, stunt doubles, one of the main actors, stunt doubles. And that taught me how to like become a professional. I made a lot of mistakes. I had some people that taught me a little bit of the game, but it taught me like to be prepared and to make sure I know what I'm doing when I'm on set.
Amazing. Yeah, I think those people, they always gonna leave, you know, something special in a career for sure. We're always gonna remember that. Good.
Absolutely.
Next question. Let's do it. Before the next one, when I was checking your profile a little bit and your website as well, there was different topics, yeah, like separate about your life, your career. So I'm gonna ask for you to just talk a little bit about the first one. Say, molding a young mind. Tell me a little bit about that phrase.
When we created that, I wanted people to know like who was influential in my life, and we wanted to create like a little inspirational. That whole thing was based off of like creating an inspirational story. Like I didn't want to just throw like a little about me section. I wanted people to go through like a voyage when they read it. It's boring when you just say, oh, about me. Oh, I got 20 awards. I got this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like what everyone else does. So we wanted to create something that was more like when people come and check us out, they could see experience of a growth and evolution. And molding a young mind was like me, just people that influence me and help me become where I am today. So just molding my mind to being the best version of me. So, you know, I want to, if you saw it, did you see all the people I shouted out at the end?
Briefly, yes. I briefly had a look, yes.
Yeah. So all those people that I mentioned, Kobe Bryant, Michael Bernard Beckwith, Florence Scovel Shen, my mom, my sister, Coach Grisdale, my cousin Chris, and there's more people on the list. I feel bad I left a lot out, but like those are people that help me mold. And my mind is still young as I'm going through these days now. I'm still a young mind because I'm not. I feel like there's no such thing as age. You know, you just keep on growing. So those people right there help me a lot.
All right. Next question for you is, what is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
I guess that I really don't watch that many shows, but if it was one that I guess that would be close, would be Law and Order.
No, I'm not familiar with this one. What's it about?
Oh, Law and Order is like a crime show, TV show.
Okay.
You got to watch it. It's very, very prominent here in the States.
I see. It's something new or happening now, or it's old?
It's old and new. It keep making new seasons, you know.
Oh, I see. It's still happening. Okay, cool. Next one. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what keeps you up at night?
Other than my daughter? What keeps me up at night? Just at night, I feel like that's where I'm at my most creative in terms of like creating, like, you know, like just like creative mode is like best at night for me. Like my creative mind is always working better at night. I feel like that's where I get my most creative times is at night. So I would guess other than my family or my daughter, like that is what keeps me up at night.
Saying that, what's the best part of being a dad?
The best part of being a dad is seeing growth, seeing yourself inside of them, looking at like a mirror. And, you know, my daughter is like the best thing that ever happened to me because she teaches you like patience and love, and, you know, you got to take care of them. And she has appointments or she has, you know, different things she wants to do. Take her out to go play, you know, it's that child like, and it rubs off on you because now like you want to be a child like anyway. When you learn, you want to soak it up like a sponge and be youthful. So she's bringing that youthfulness back in my life, and I'm thankful for that.
Amazing. Very good. How old is she?
About to turn 3.
Oh my goodness. Actually, I have a godson as well, and he just turned 3 last October. So yeah, exactly.
You know,
he's far away from me, but I know exactly because I see him almost every day. So I exactly know what I mean. But my best friend is looking after him very well in Canada.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know where Canada is. What part of Canada?
Montreal.
Oh
The
yeah,
French.
that's about a 10-hour trip for me.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So yeah, he's French, but they've been living there for the last few years in Montreal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. And yeah, keep that relationship strong with them.
Always. Absolutely. Absolutely. Next one. Let's do it. You're like, oh my God, what is crazy guy dancing like for the questions?
I love it though. I love
Next
it.
question. Next question for you is, what is the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
I would say my daughter, having my girlfriend giving me my daughter. You know, like that's the most romantic thing that I ever received.
Do you consider yourself to be a romantic person?
Uh, I, yeah, it just depends on like how you look at it. What's your perspective of romance?
No, sorry, I will say romantic is very personal, you know, can be anything. I think it comes genuinely, that's for me is romantic.
Yeah, romance, like you say, it depends on a person and perspective, but I feel like I do it in the way I do it.
Tell me a little bit, Dr. Diesel, tell me how was growing up in Ohio. Walk me through a bit about your childhood.
Growing up, I grew up on wow, I have a bunch of like siblings. You know, my dad has some other kids, and my mom had one. So I think I have a total of 8 to 9 brothers and sisters, if I got that right. So I mean, all different ages though. But growing up, man, we from our community. It's a hardworking city. You know, everyone's working and grinding. You know, we lived in a an area where it was a little bit of crime. You know, every day you gotta, you know, sometimes you gotta watch your back a little bit. You know, make sure you're in the right, you know, doing the right things. Stay out the way, stay out of trouble. Then we moved to a suburb, and that changed my life a lot because I was able to see a different lifestyle, and seeing people with money and seeing people with, you know, opportunities, and seeing people like, you know, take care of their yard and take care of their grass and, you know, rake the leaves and like, and then, you know, when I went to college or high school, sorry, my coach, you know, that my basketball coach, he taught me a lot of that discipline, you know, being on time, having a schedule, that regimen, and, you know, that school taught me how to be, you know, a great student. So, you know, growing up, I had great friends that, you know, that I have some that's still here today, that helped me, you know, become, you know, who I am today. And my childhood was great, man. I love Crash Bandicoot, the video game. I love playing games, not all the time, but I love just, you know, being even by myself. I've always been by myself a lot, you know. So
good one. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Dr. Diesel, next question is, when was the last time that you laughed so hard that you couldn't stop?
You know how you see one of those videos like, oh God, where was it? I think it was like Shaq. You know Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal?
No?
Basketball player. Okay, they have it's a show on NBA. It's an NBA show on TNT, and I think he fell into the tree, and like, you know, it was just the way he fell in the tree, and then seeing like their pranks on set and listening to like, you know, these different sports analysts argue with one another, debating, like that stuff makes me laugh, and you know, that's the stuff I really laughed hard at.
Amazing, very good. Next question, let's do it. Before the next question, tell me, who is your big inspiration in acting? Who is your favorite actress and who is your favorite actor?
Wow. My favorite actor is Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite actress would be, I would say, I love Jennifer Gardner.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, carry on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, wow, that's, yes, absolutely. I think both of them, you know, great actors. I think they've done a lot. Tell me, if you have the opportunity, like, to choose, let's see, there's a project that you've been invited, and you are in charge of choosing the director, the big boss to direct, let's say, a project that you're going to work, who that would be? Who do you choose?
Denzel Washington.
Wow, tell me why.
Because I got a chance to work with him about 6 years ago, and we had great conversations, and I just saw the way he was professional. He showed up on set on time, knew everyone's lines, knew what he had to do, had a plan for everybody, led our team with excellence, and the way he just, carried himself. And I admire that, and I believe that if I put him in charge, it would get done right.
My God, Diesel Washington, you've been together with him. My goodness.
A few times.
Wow. I'm so jealous now. My goodness.
I'm very grateful.
Next question for you is, if you could change something about yourself or in yourself, what that would be and why?
That I love learning from other people. I love experiencing, like what you might go through in your life. I love listening to other people that inspire me. I love learning. I love like comprehending it too, not just learning it. Can I comprehend it, and can I apply it? And then can I use that, me applying it to inspire someone else? So when you ask me a question about who are some of my inspirations, I have to go through them real quick, because I feel like if I don't do it, they'll get left off. So we're gonna go with one of the first ones that's coming to my awareness right now would be Florence Scovel Shinn. I'm not sure if you know who that is. She created the book. She's old school. I never met her, I guess in the physical world, but our spirits, are aligned. She created a book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Mm-hmm. And that was one that really taught me like the metaphysics of life, and the game of life and how to play it. Just taught you like gratitude, affirming, stories and manifestation, all those different things. Then Michael Bernard Beckwith, he's the founder and spiritual director at Agape, which I attend their church and spiritual center out in Los Angeles, California. He taught me about, a lot of things, visioning and, just like, man, just body temples, everything, like just like that guy that's like my everyday. And then like Joan Stedman is someone like that's off his lineage, like she's one of the people that came from Agape, but now she's at they have another Agape up north in California called Agape Bay Area. So she's been very instrumental in my life. Kobe Bryant, that's my guy. That's the guy right there. Like that's the guy. That's my guy. That's who taught me a lot of it. And now, what was your question now?
No, the question was, what's the if you could change something about yourself or in yourself, something that you could improve or change, what that would be?
I would love to improve, even being more disciplined and consistent, and even though I'm very much that, I would love to be more consistent in my work. I mean, not my work, but more in like other areas. I would love to be more generous. Like I would love to give even more than I already do, because the more you give, the more you have, and that's big to me. Just being able to work on those skills and loving and forgiving people as well.
Amazing, very good. Right, I have 3 questions left for you, Dr. Diesel. Let's do it. Next question is, do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
Do I know anyone that's living their life to the fullest?
Yeah.
Other than myself?
Can be yourself. The answer can be yourself.
But no, you asked me if I knew someone else. I believe so.
Can you share, or can you share the person with the person?
Michael Bernard Beckwith. He's a spiritual, like I said, founder and minister and reverend at Agape Spiritual Center. He gets to do his work every day. He gets to inspire. He gets to uplift, and be instrumental in people's lives. And I see him happy. And that's one person I see that I feel like he's living his life.
I see. All right. 2 questions left for you. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me, and what's the most challenging part of being a creator, in your opinion, in your career? What do you find more difficult?
I wouldn't say anything is difficult. I would say more a challenge that we all probably face is being in alignment with people that is on the same page as you, and finding making sure you finding the people like that's in your circle to do their mission as well. And like that's probably the one that I have. Like I would love to have like a graphic designer team that just create it for me. Like I give you the idea, create like, but like I always had to like find this different one, work with this one. It taught me a lot doing that way too. But I would love to have a team that's like dedicated, like fully emerge. And that's like something I'm working, you know, and I have been working on that and organizing my brand and company. Like it takes like steps to do all this stuff, you know. But that would be one thing I would love to see happen in our company, is just having built more consistency with the people, you know, that we want to work with. And that obviously that's telling me that I have to do the same thing in my life. So everything's a mirror of you, you know, and that's telling me that I need to work on those same exact things, which I just told you the last question, that I want to work more on, even being more consistent and diligent in my work.
As I can see that, you know, you work a lot, you have a lot of, you know, things going on at the same time. Do you have like those days when you can relax, or you go like, you know, you kind of hold yourself not to be working every single day, or you kind of take a day or two, you know, like during the week, just for you to kind of, you know, not to work?
Some people would say no, I don't stop working. But I would say that I just pick my spots, you know, during the days. Some days you might be able to do a little bit more. Some days you got to do like a little faster, you know, like things gotta, you know, it depends on the day. You know, like today, like I was working on assignment, did my inner work, my spiritual work, and my exercising the body temple, talk to some business people, getting some assignments done, going to do my assignment on the road, come back. You know what I mean? Like, just depends on the day.
I see. Okay. Next question for you is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
My daughter, when she tells me I love you.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. That was probably easy.
Oh, very easy for sure. It melts your heart.
Other than that, other than that's number one. But like one A or 1B would be when people tell me that, you know, our content, you know, inspired them to go, you know, get their dreams. When they give me feedback about that, that's something that really, you know, touched my heart.
Amazing. Ready for the last one?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, as you mentioned before about, you know, people, you know, like when they kind of follow your you know, your content, your things that you share on social media, or your work that you do, tell me something like something special that, you know, it happened through your career, that maybe someone said something that you're never going to forget, or maybe someone, you know, you changed somebody's life or somebody's, you know, direction, you know, based on the work that you do. There's something that you could share?
I would say when I'm in public and people, like I say, come up to me and said, hey, you know, because of your music, you know, because of your water, because of your service or whatever, people see my quotes or seeing like me going out and doing what I'm doing and traveling on the road. When they see that and then they say, hey man, took my leap of faith and I jumped, you know, that's something that really like I said, like that's something that really comes to my heart.
Okay. Last question for you is, what's your idea of a perfect day?
Just wow, getting things done. getting things done, like work-wise, getting things done and doing it, not rushing it. You know what I mean. I don't want to rush greatness. But outside of work is being with my family and being with my daughter and my girlfriend and enjoying that. That's something like I really enjoy a lot, just being with my family.
I see. Okay. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay. I'm going to give away some words and you just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Religion.
Spirituality.
One word for politics.
Not my thing.
Okay. How about love?
Obey.
One word for money.
Circulation.
I like that. How about family?
Everything.
Sex?
Love.
Fear?
Inspiration.
Good. Friendship?
Essential.
Desire?
Mindset.
Regret?
Nothing.
Success?
Infinite.
One word for wish.
One full wish, you said?
Wish. Just wish. One word.
Obtainment.
I like that word, obtaining. Wow. Happiness.
Key.
One word for Ohio.
Home.
USA. One word.
Country.
One word for basketball.
Refuge. My refuge.
Mm-hmm. Acting. One word.
Creative.
And one word for creator.
Inventor.
And the last one out, Dr. Diesel. One word.
Muse.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your girlfriend for a coffee and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Dr. Diesel and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What she would say?
My heart is big. She would say, I have a big heart. I love giving. I love seeing everybody make it and being successful. And she would probably say I need to work on wow, that's a good question. Work on balance.
Okay. Do you see some work in progress?
Yeah, I mean, those are things. Yeah. You asked me what she might say. I think I'm doing those things. No, I'm joking.
We are working progress every single day, all of us, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's play now Dr. Diesel in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But actually, before you ask me the question, when I was checking your profile on Instagram, I could see that you're learning Portuguese. Tell me why. What's your connection with Brazil or the Portuguese language?
Eu amo isso. I love it. I said eu amo isso. Mean I love it.
Yes, I'm from Brazil. I'm originally from Brazil. That's why it got my attention.
Oh, you speak Portuguese?
Yes, Portuguese is my first language. Yes.
Oh, wow, this is cool. Legal. Okay. Primero, I would say that the language just stuck with me. You know, I just feel drawn to it. Like right now, I'm looking at a big map of Brazil in front of me in my office, and I just like felt connected to the Brasileiros ou Brasileiras in the country, So I just always wanted to be a part of it. I just feel like I'm a Brazilian at heart. So I'm still learning, still got to learn. I still, eu estou aprendendo língua. But I still got some things that I want to practice and master. But the Brazil is just like the culture is so loving there, man. I know it's a lot going on with the president. I don't get into that, but I'm just saying, like, I just like, my favorite city in Brazil is I have to correct myself. Brazil would be Porto Alegre.
Porto Alegre in the south.
Yeah, south. And what is it? Would it be Lindo Cidade? Beautiful city. Yeah. Beautiful city, and the country just like in the culture like resembles me.
What's your favorite Portuguese word that you've learned so far?
Gratidão.
Gratidão. Beautiful. Okay,
But I couldn't say that first. I couldn't say that. I couldn't say valeu.
Valeu. It's like slang. Yeah, valeu.
Those words, you know what I'm talking about? The words like with the it's just what's another word I couldn't say? Saudações informais.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't say that at first either. So like those words are the ones I like, the ones I couldn't do at first.
Okay, so I don't know if you learned already this word, but I'm gonna teach one as well. That's this word is we just have in Brazil. We cannot find this word. There's no meaning of this word. Even Portugal or other countries in Africa speaks Portuguese. They don't have this word. This word is a Brazilian word. Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you learned already, but we say saudade. Saudade means I miss you. Like I miss you, but it's a way of saying that just Brazilian understand. Yeah, I think when you learn more deep in Portuguese, you're gonna know what I mean. So saudade means I miss you, but in a way very let's say cozy. For example, like nostalgic. For example, I can say, oh, if somebody says to me, oh, William, I've been listening to this song, and I go like, oh my God, that brings me this nostalgic, and I go like saudade. Yeah. It means saudade means something that you miss, but not like a miss as a person, like missing some, like it's quite difficult to explain because you just Brazilian people can understand. But yes, saudade is something that when you're gonna learn, like more deep, you're gonna understand.
How do you spell it?
SAUDADE.
Okay. When you were saying it, I was doing the alphabet in Portuguese.
Yeah, so saudade. Okay. For example, our Brazilian accent is unique. I was living in Portugal, and it's totally different accent. They would say saudade because E in Portuguese is E, yeah, like saudade. Right. But for us, we say, instead of say saudade, you say saudade. You kind of put this G in the end. E, we go like sh, this sound. Sh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right. You can ask me a question now, Dr. Diesel.
Okay. Before I ask you the main question, since you brought the Brazilian thing up, how good would you say my Portuguese is from you hearing it?
I could say the words you're saying. I could say like accent. Of course, you have an accent, but the way you learn it, the words you said very confident. So I can see that you know the meaning of it. So when you said about the words you said, like valeu, you have this. I could see that you are confident talking about, like saying it. So yeah. When you said valeu, is something that's just actually another word that just Brazilian people like use a lot. Valeu. It could be like yes, or or it's like a confirmation.
Yeah. Okay, I know I got improvement, but it's good that I heard it from you. So my question is that I had when I thought about it earlier was, have you forgiven everyone in your life?
Wow, I love this question. My God, I had already over 800 interviews and nobody asked me this question. I love that. Okay, you put me in the spot now, and I love being in the spot. Have I forgiven anyone? Actually, I'm going to tell you something, Dr. Diesel. Yes, I have. my star sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, we tend, to hold emotions. Yeah, you tend to hold things. But even though I think the older you get, you work on it and you kind of have some improvement. Yeah. But what I've learned through my life, we learn every day. So regarding forgiveness, my understanding is people gonna hurt you like you're gonna hurt people as well somehow, even intentionally or not intentionally, is gonna happen through your life, and it's life. And sometimes as well things gonna happen that you're gonna crash with other people for some reason, and that's when the forgiveness starts. But my understanding about forgiveness is forgiving someone, in the end of the day you are forgiving yourself. Yeah, because if you keep this, I know it's very hard to, depend the situation, of course, and sometimes, you're never gonna forgive a situation or a person for some reason. I think we deal different emotions and people, they're different as well. But my understanding about forgiveness is that when I think about someone that hurt me for some reason, I find difficult to forgive, I kind of watch myself and I go like, you know what? Think better about that, because you're going to forgive yourself. It's not good for your heart to have this feeling, because again, you are forgiving yourself, you are healing the situation. I know it's not easy. I know some situations can be really difficult because, we are human beings, and it's difficult to deal with forgiveness, with others' feelings as well. But my understanding is, try to forgive, or try to improve, or try to work on it the most you can, because at the end of the day you are forgiving yourself, because this feeling of forgiveness is, you need to take it out from your heart, because somehow it's make you like bring you negativity, or not a good feeling for yourself. So yeah, that's my answer to you. I love the question, actually. I haven't thought about that, and you made me kind of work on it, understand a little bit more. But yeah, forgiveness for me is about forgiving myself or yourself. You know what I mean? That's my understanding.
How do you forgive someone that hurted you a lot, like put a lot of pain in your heart? How do you do that?
I think what I'll do is, first I would try to put myself in their shoes. Yeah, why that happened? What was the reaction? Why this person hurt me for some reason? What's the emotion behind the action? What the emotion behind that? And after that, I try to go like, okay, I'm vulnerable as well. I could have done the same. So I go like,
Right.
okay, that's how I work on it. I try to put myself in their shoes and try to understand why they hurt me. What was my reaction? What have I done? Or what have I improved, or something that's got that reaction? This person did something bad to me. Because it's a reaction, something that, someone doesn't come to you. And because people who hurt us is the closest people to us, the people who love us, the people who we spend time with, people who he's around us. Because if it would be somebody else that we don't have connection, these people, they don't hurt us because they don't know us. So people who hurt us the most is the people who love us or be around us. That's why I try to understand why this person hurt me. That's, we have this bond, this strong connection. So I try to put myself in their shoes and try to understand why this reaction. And also after that, I go like, okay, this person hurt me, so that I'm vulnerable as well. I could have done the same as well. So that's how I work on the forgiveness process, let's say.
Got it. Thank you.
I hope it made sense what I said.
Oh, it did. It made sense. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Dr. Diesel, did you enjoy the interview?
I did. It was my pleasure, my joy. I'm glad I was, be able to bring some inspiration to the show.
Thank you so much, and thanks so much for for being kind and to bring your energy and explaining, giving this, sharing your experience in life as well. I think we are here to share, to connect with people, and that's the most beautiful thing. But before you go, I would like you to tell me one positive quote or something that you live by in Portuguese. I'm joking now with you. Just to
That's a good question.
Maybe you are able to say, actually. Maybe you could be able to say. I'm joking.
I can say one thing. What's the word? Seja lendário.
Seja lendário.
Yes, be legendary.
Amazing, absolutely. I love that. Actually, seja legendário. Amazing, amazing. Dr. Diesel, muito obrigado for the interview. Thank you so much. Okay, it was a pleasure to connect with you, and we keep in touch. Okay?
De nada, prazer.
Valeu.
De nada.
Tchau, tchau.
Tchau, tchau.
Tchau.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.